and you can also subscribe. Please subscribe. Let's get into it. Our analysts this morning, we've got Lakunle and Devoe. Good morning.
Good morning, President Zibby. Good morning, Omatseye. Good morning, Nigeria. Christmas.
Good morning.
Okay, so we'll start off with daily trust. We'll end insecurity next year. This is according to the federal government. Now, the federal government says it understands the seriousness of the security challenges that have faced the country, and now they are promising to end insecurity before the end of next year. This was stated by Bello Matawalle, the State Minister of Defense. Devoe?
Yes. Well, the Minister of State for Defense was speaking up about ending insecurity by next year. I don't know. He said that the federal government is looking.
Devoe, can you hear us? Because we can't hear you. All right, let's try to get Devoe's connection back. Devoe is in Lagos traffic, the beauties of living in Lagos.
And
okay, welcome back.
Hello?
Yes, Devoe, go ahead, please.
Yeah, so we know he put a date to it at the end of 2024, right? And we know the insecurity issues span from banditry to insurgency to armed robbery to ambushing to kidnapping, which is spread across literally every part of the nation. And remember how extreme it was, especially in the last administration, where you had a lot of herdsmen, farmer attacks, and the kidnapping that literally has not even died down. Because unfortunately, wherever the locations the army or the military has played a presence, because they're still in 34 out of the 36 states, some of these bandits have more or less adopted the human shield strategy of mixing up with civilians, which was a bit of what caused the mishap at the bomb explosion in Kaduna with the drone. Now, what has happened is that Abuja, that's even the Federal Capital Territory, has seen an increase in kidnapping, unfortunately, for a Federal Capital Territory, where you wouldn't, in quotes, believe that with all the security presence, that kidnappers could roam and operate so freely. So I'm really not buying what the federal government is saying at this time, not because they haven't budgeted funds to the military or the security architecture, but I haven't seen them take a what I call it, a concrete step. And one of the biggest areas in this area has to do with surveillance. We're not, security is not all about having something ready just in case something happens. Security is all about understanding how people interplay, monitoring and looking at how you can arrest issues. 1, 2, prevent issues. 2, 3, even where people have committed crimes, prosecuting them, ensuring that people in society realize that there is a deterrent or that there is a repercussion for committing these crimes. But generally, the atmosphere of justice has been weakened in this nation to the extent that impunity is now culture. People literally get away with everything. So him putting a date at 2024, I really, really doubt that. They need to do a whole lot more before we start to believe that they're going to address the security issues and bring them to a minimal presence in this country.
That takes us to the Punch newspaper as we go over to Lakunle Yusuf. Let's get an understanding of the impact of this particular infrastructure. Now, the headline reads, Sanwo-Olu opens Red Line rail flyover project, 500,000 passengers daily. Speak to this and in terms of reduction of traffic.
Okay, so quickly on this, in the last 24 years or thereabouts, if you take all the states in Nigeria, put them side by side in terms of infrastructure development, Lagos State will probably stand out. Despite the challenges the states has, it's that in terms of the land mass,